My wife's buddy accidentally revealed her 20-year infidelity. Our marriage terminated. My wife is 44 and I'm 43. We're 20 years married. I loved you in high school. I was junior, she's senior. We dated remotely while she was in her first 2 years of college and I finished high school and community college. We lived and established our lives together after college in the same place. We married the summer after I completed college, and it's fantastic. But She filed for divorce after realizing she was seeing other men over those 2 years of long distance. After Christmas, we met my wife's college friends. We joked and reminisced over supper one relaxing evening. During the chat, my wife casually said we met in high school. She only said we knew each other from high school, not dated. Someone from her undergraduate days informed her we met so well. Youthful, wild, and united. I laughed and wondered whether my wife was nuts too. His buddy told a tale. My wife quickly stopped her, saying she wasn't comfortable. I doubted her quick response. I said that we dated in high school and throughout her college career. The strange table quiet made for an anxious night. As we parted, her other buddy advised me to inform my wife about college. Driving. I felt terrible coming home from dinner, asking my wife what her friend said. She stated it wasn't important, making me feel terrible. I told her honesty was important, but she disagreed. Her apathy made me suspect. I stood firm at home. I vowed to stay with my brother until she was ready to discuss college. She arrived upset the next day. She confessed to sleeping with several males in her first 2 years of college. She stated it didn't matter because we were dating across the country and she didn't think our high school love would last. This fact hit me hard. Requesting more information enraged and wounded me. 3 males I met on weekends and one she still remained in touch with were among the 10 men. The news made me angry, unhappy, and tricked. I knew this would harm our marriage. I assured her I was ready for a divorce and would start legal processes immediately. I started the treatment as promised on January 2nd. Her attempts to minimize her actions and disregard my sentiments bolstered my decision. Not everything was incorrect. Many misled and tormented one another for decades. Most of my and her relatives claim I shouldn't divorce over little issues. These people keep asking me to forgive her because of our long history and occasional missteps. I think this goes beyond a few mistakes. That guy behaved a certain way for years. I still remember 2 years of cheating on me with numerous guys, regardless of timing. She dated these people in front of me and presented them as pals, making this outrageous. Both of our kids are 17 and 19, so adults. I think they'll get my divorce argument. I hope they understand my decision to protect my dignity and self-respect as a loving marriage. Lots of people are suggesting I forget years of cheating and lying, worrying about going nuts. I see folks begging me to forgive and forget to save our work everywhere. They think I'm too tough and should recall our good moments in life together. I can how. She deceived me, ruining every memory. It's not only cheating they despise, it lied. The lie. Stay friends with her cheats. Why do I trust her again? How can I like her after what she did? I informed her my feelings, but she ignored them. I sometimes worry about being too harsh or overreacting. That saddened me when she informed me about her affairs. My heart raced with pain and wrath. I spent evenings wondering how she connected me to those guys, how she maintained friendships guilt-free. Can't get over. Our marriage terminated over trust issues. Stay or leave? I disagree. Defense of my honor is necessary. Stop lying to me. To prevent severe abuse. No need to avenge or blame. You can't return after crossing lines. A few of my wife's friends feel it's all right to sleep with someone long distance. They assume I'm the only non-doer. Since I suspected scheming, I sought a new perspective. Our state's divorce process is lengthy, so I needed advice before committing. Very few agreed with these sentiments. People claim long-distance couples sleep properly. Both years of college we saw each other, many times every month. I lived 3 hours from her college. Despite its distance, the nation wasn't between us. I saw you every 2 months. She met 3 guys at college parties, casual parties without introductions. I don't think they knew we were dating since we never indicated I was her boyfriend. One of these men married our college friend, so we see him. She hasn't texted him privately. We've known them for years. After finding my wife was cheating, I repeatedly asked him for his opinion. He told me he didn't know we were dating. respecting me. He blocked my wife on social media. How her college roommates didn't forecast our wedding's duration is a question. Answer: how we celebrated our wedding. Only close relatives attended my wife and my Texas wedding. Back in the East Coast, we partied with friends. Couples discussing how they met at wedding celebrations were missing. Thus, her friends didn't know we dated before college. While living in the same city and moving in together, they think we started dating. Nobody questioned the time or suspected cheating since they didn't comprehend. I would attempt therapy or something else. Save the marriage. Hard work should get us through this. Her conviction that she did nothing wrong and that I'm overly sensitive overwhelms me. She keeps telling me sleeping with others is normal and that I'm dumb without her. Only after I started the divorce paperwork did she apologize or vow to fix things. Short-lived regret. Her posture has restored in the last week, suggesting I'm overdoing. I feel gaslighted by this back and forth. Her acts were dishonest. I'm overreacting. My wife and others claim it's normal. She ignores me, compounding my perplexity and fury. I tried. I told her her adultery hurt me. I thought she would understand how important it was, yet she dismisses my sentiments as a response to something little. She wants me to blindly obey her relationship rules if she changes them. It drives me crazy when my sentiments are neglected. Someone wants me to doubt my emotions and thoughts. She doesn't accept responsibility and tries to normalize adultery, harming our relationship. She cheats and doesn't get why I care. Time to take care of myself intellectually and emotionally. I can't stay in a feelingless marriage. Breaches trust. I don't know how to handle her since she doesn't apologize and keeps saying I'm wrong. I'm not theatrical. I'm fighting for a good, honest connection. Unless my kids ask, I won't get DNA tested. Though a test may show otherwise, I don't worry about their biological relationship. That wouldn't affect my opinion. My kids are important to me despite my wife's adultery. I reared them for 19 years. They'll remain my kids till I die. We were dating then. Before, marriage was different 20 years ago. Most were exclusive. Open relationships and casual dating weren't considered then. Someone realized they were alone. Second, I had a lengthy, difficult chat about maintaining our relationship while she was in college before she left. Though unpleasant, she wanted to stay together. She even mocked her dad's promise to confront me if I slept with other girls at school. A major joke, demonstrating her union loyalty. Another sign was my senior prom incident. She was mad at me for suggesting she go with a female friend since she was too busy with college. She clarified her concern for our connection. We were alone. I missed prom to stay with her to prevent hurting her. These factors and our connection before she went to college made us promise to be together forever. Our words and behaviors indicated we expected each other to be faithful. I phoned the guy who encouraged me to be honest with my wife. She said 10 men was low and those years had at least one baby scare. Unknown to me. Guy count isn't my priority. But most significantly, my wife doesn't understand why she did wrong or why I feel betrayed. She hasn't shown any desire to fix this, which would greatly enhance it. She laughed at my sentiments and claimed I exaggerated when we chatted. She didn't apologize or care about my suffering before my divorce. Then she grew, defending and furious. Even then, she cared more about the future than my feelings. I have no regrets. She didn't offer to fix anything before I started the forms and told her I had a lawyer. It wasn't reconciliation, injury reduction was the aim. This answer strengthened my impression that she doesn't understand her dishonesty is horrible. It exceeds cheating. About her disregard for my feelings and our marriage. I divorced her because she was cruel, especially over anything important. I think we can parent together. My kids are older, and I've saved for years for college and other costs after high school, so money and custody shouldn't matter. We both have good incomes and no debt. I'll get therapy if she does. We favor becoming good co-parents and moving on above preserving our marriage. I acted to move on from the split. I had a lawyer write it and sent it to her certified to separate papers. This is not a state-filed divorce. This is just the initial step to give her time to locate a lawyer to defend it. The divorce should take months, not completely gone. I've been living with my brother while seeking for a safe house. On 26th, her pals had dinner. I relaxed with her at my brother's that night. Consider. Over the following 4 or 5 days, we chatted several times, and she didn't believe she failed. If she had shown me sorrow, remorse, or compassion, I may have waited. I had no option since she was rude. After finding a divorce lawyer, we filled up and mailed the intent to separate forms the same day. I'm not divorced, yet my state may have a separation term. I've said that this procedure would proceed and begun the appropriate steps. Change 1. See what I learned about her college years. I discovered from my wife's counseling and 2 ex-roommates that they felt she was odd in college. Something seemed improper, perhaps cheating. My wife told them we had some crazy college moments but resolved them before we were married, so they didn't discuss it. The roommate drew me away from dinner because she didn't like my wife not telling me and thought I should know. She had some unplanned dates with males. Her sex partner married a college acquaintance. She kept him informed. I was first criticized by my wife for placing her in such a circumstances during counseling. She sees her error. She always wanted us to stay in her room or hang out alone when I visited her in college. I wanted college parties because I hadn't attended any in high school or community college. She hadn't expected to meet the men she was meeting, but they were always at these parties. Disrespectful, but better than placing me in front of them. Many falsehoods and omissions confused the situation. My wife maintained this behavior for years, while her friends noticed but did nothing. Most of our therapy sessions have centered on why I think her infidelity is a big betrayal and she doesn't. She first said none of these guys were dating her. The majority were one-night encounters or friends with benefits. Their lack of romance didn't matter, she claimed. The relationships didn't matter to me. Never supported that conduct. She actively discouraged me. The apparent standards disparity confused me. Wife altered her mind. After 2 therapy sessions and discussing this with friends, her actions ruined our relationship and trust, she admits. We can address the subject more honestly now that we understand it, from heated to fruitful debates. Our better connection gives me hope for co-parenting. Even when our marriage looks hopeless, being honest about our past might strengthen us. This improves kids' health and co-parenting during stress. Why I'll divorce no matter what? I ended the marriage for 2 main reasons. First, 10 years ago we struggled and didn't see. Around 2 years. She said our physical relationship bored her. I added spice. Just mild role play and novelty store products. I thought she was interested in something personal from college, but she won't say. She wanted me to bring those memories back, but when I did, she felt bad because they reminded her of other guys. Because they still damage our marriage, I believe these episodes meant more than she admits. Her second confession was flirting with coworkers on business trips after the outbreak. She said she dated a male coworker without touching him. Was the difference for me. I lost faith following these disclosures. Even though she denied it, the initial issue showed me that prior events affected us. Second challenge showed she was prepared to breach rules again after everything we went through. These 2 things made me question our marriage might survive. Our kids know we're divorcing. We said our college errors haunt us. My college-aged daughter asked if I cheated on my wife overseas. Despite being astonished, my wife informed our kids she strayed. We agree not to tell youngsters more. They must not enter our worst moments. I told them we would help them once we broke up. Let me clarify. We are in treatment to help our family cope with the separation. I also promised to be accessible if the kids needed to talk to us or a doctor. I want kids to feel safe sharing their thoughts and seeking support. We care about their mental health, and they should know. Everyone in our family is trying to get through this tough time. We engaged a mediator to decide how to split. It seems we can say goodbye without much effort until something changes. Our money is safe, we have no big expenses, and custody isn't an issue since our kids are older. Even though these months have been hard, I'm making it. I appreciate the feedback to my recent post. It clarified my feelings and inspired me. Watch my wife in therapy. Fair enough, my 19-year-old daughter has had horrible luck. Girl suffered when lovers cheated or left her. Because she dated untrustworthy men, she may have thought I cheated. Worse, she believes I did it because I left the home. Her father leaving the house may have accepted guilt. Perhaps her life experiences have shaped her worldview, making me easier to blame. When infidelity was addressed, my wife admitted. I don't mind this narrative. I doubt my wife has chastised me to our kids. After confessing to flirtation and cheating, she requested an amicable divorce after 6 weeks and 3 therapy sessions. She seemed more ready than me to move on. Her preparation makes the divorce simpler, yet it hurts that she ended a 20-year marriage faster than me. She probably wants to date again. The mediator for an equitable divorce warned us we are still married until the divorce is final, and that infidelity before then might endanger our peaceful settlement. Cheating caused our divorce, thus this statement seemed unusual. I could tell my soon-to-be ex was furious about this. My living in the guest room may also slow her down. My final attempt is to accept our divorce. To cope, I've had private therapy and couples sessions. The co-worker she exclusively dated may return. Before the divorce, I want to move. Our divorce should be by summer if the arbitrator works. Have me space while she dates anyone. Everything regarding my divorce is set.